Hey guys, I had several requests for this. This is a video on when you first get started, when you're first starting out like a weekend warrior, do-it-yourselfer, and you want to buy the basic tools to get into car repairs and try to save yourself some money. When you first get into, when you first start doing it, buying tools is overwhelming. They're so expensive and there's so many choices, and it's very overwhelming. And I'll try to give you some pointers here. And I've been buying tools for 44 years. I'm 64 years old. I started buying tools probably more than 44 years, but we'll say 20, so that makes 44 years. Working on my own stuff for 44 years. Cars, trucks, tractors, SUVs, UTVs, four-wheelers, three-wheelers, sleds, dune buggies, dirt bikes, road bikes, you name it, I've had my hands into it. Before I get into this, everybody knows my channel, knows I give away a lot of tools. I'm giving away this 1/4" drive snap-on ratchet here. This is a THL 72 tooth. It's like brand new. I never really used it much. And it's got the comfort grip. That's going to go to a lucky subscriber. If you're a subscriber, I don't care when you have subscribed, whether it was today, yesterday, last week, last month, last year, and you comment on a video coming up next week, you'll be eligible for that $100 plus ratchet. It's that simple, guys. All right, getting off of that. These are the basics now, okay? You're going to need floor jacks. You're going to need jack stands. You're going to need funnels. You're going to need a lot of other things, but this is the basic tools you're going to need to get started. You're always going to be adding on as you grow in your knowledge and you get into it more. But this is the basic stuff to get you started. And I'm going to start out like this. I recommend you buy a name like Tekton that has a great warranty. You take a picture, you send it in, they give you a new tool in a couple days. Because you only want to buy it once. Tools are expensive. Or maybe one from Harbor Freight. They got a good warranty. Gear Wrench, there's a bunch of others. Try to buy the best tool you can afford and make sure you got a good warranty. All right, we'll start here on the left here. Just the basic stuff, guys. You're going to need lineup tools and punches. These happen to be old Craftsman. I bought them 40 plus years ago and they still work great. You're going to need those, guys. You're going to be doing stuff like shocks, struts, brakes, starters, alternators, exhaust work, probably ball joints and tie rod ends, eventually CV half shafts when they get a little bit better. You'll be doing a lot of that, a lot of oil changes. So you're going to need stuff like that, especially if you're doing anything to do with the front end, to line bolt holes back up. You're going to need chisels, guys. I'm telling you, you're going to use these a lot. I mean, you can tell I use these a lot. You can see the ends of them. You're going to use a lot of chisels, you know. Sometimes you get a strip nut or something, you can't get it off. Or a bolt, you might have to chisel the head off, you know, stuff like that. Files. These are cheaper ones. These are Harbor Freight. But if you break it, you bring it back, they probably give you another whole set. I think these are a 3-piece set, maybe a 4-piece set. You're going to need files. This is a handy little tool. It doesn't, you know, that's a brand name Stanley, but get yourself a little tape measure. These things are so handy. I guarantee it's going to be something you're going to be measuring how long it is, or the distance between point A to B. You're going to need that. Just the basic stuff, guys, you know, very little power tools or air tools here, you know. You'll probably be working in your driveway, you know. Screwdrivers. Now, Craftsman still makes these, that type of screwdriver with that type of handle. You know, the ones that smell, everybody knows that. These are 40 plus years old, they're still in my toolbox. You need a screwdriver set. Oil filter wrenches, you're going to need those, guys. You know, that's probably the first thing you're going to tackle. You know, you're going to be 16 years old and say, I could change my own oil. You're going to need those. I'd get one quality adjustable wrench. I don't recommend using adjustable wrenches, obviously, to take off a fastener, but maybe in the backside sometimes, you know, you don't got 2 9/16 wrenches or something. you know, give yourself one. That's an old Craftsman one. That one's made in USA too, I think. Yeah. See, I don't buy Craftsman much anymore at all, but made in USA. Get one of them. Now, this is a master set. You know, it's got all the Allens and Torx Plus. You're going to need some of these guys. You don't need a set maybe that big. I'm going to say this one's made by Nico. I'll leave a subscription. I'll leave a link to anything here you can buy still today. I'll leave a link in this subscription for you on Amazon. You're going to need some of these guys. A lot of cars when you're doing the brakes and stuff, they got, that's Torx Plus there, but they got Torx. They got Torx for the caliper pins, or they got the Allen heads. You're going to need that. Get yourself a little set of picks. Oh my God, that's from Harbor Freight. They're a couple bucks. You're going to need those. I had a good request for this, so I'm doing it. I'd get one of these guys. The claw, you know. You're going to need one of these here where you push on the end here. Because I'm going to tell you what. You're going to drop a bolt or a nut in between your inner fender or underneath your belly pan, and you're going to go, oh my God, I can't reach it. I can see it, if you can see it. You need that. You need a magnet. These are old Craftsman ones. So there's a magnet. You need a magnet, one that's telescopic. You're going to need something like that. And get yourself an inspection mirror. Vice grips. These will be your best friends sometimes, guys. Vice grips are going to save your butt more than you think. But buy a brand name. You know, these happen to be Irwin. These are the ones that are made in USA. These are older ones. But buy yourself a good name of vice grips. Don't go too cheap on these. You'll be sorry. You got to buy tools, guys, with a good warranty. You don't only want to buy it once. Get yourself a 3 or 4 piece ball peen hammer set. You got to have those, guys. Some tin snips. You need those. This is the basic. You know, you're going to always be adding on. I'd get one dead blow hammer, but I'd probably get one that's not cut in half. That was a video, guys. You want to see that video? I cut it in half to show what was inside of it. I'd get one dead blow hammer, probably a Harbor Freight. If it breaks, bring it back, get another one. Pry bars. Now, these are old Craftsman ones. I still use them. That's how long they've lasted. These were made in USA ones. You'll see it right there. They're old. Get yourself a good set of pry bars. You'll be using those all the time, especially for suspension work. Combination wrenches, you got to have those. Now, these are Tekton. These are the metric. I will start with metric probably. Add the SAE as you need them. They got a great warranty, guys. You have a problem with it, take a picture. They'll send you back a new one. You need these. Utility knife. You're always going to be cutting stuff. Now, this is a set of ratchet wrenches made by Wen. They were cheap. And they got a good warranty, I guess. They're made in Taiwan. They're not junk. And they go from 7 all the way to 22. You just don't see that. And that's a nice complete set. And it was made in Taiwan. It's not junk, guys. And it was, I think, $76. I'll show you one up close. I'd get a set of ratchet wrenches. I really, really would. And that's a great buy. And it's going to cover probably almost everyone you need. These are not bad at all. These are a hidden gem, guys. I did a review on these, and I was very impressed with these. Good chrome. They remind me a lot of the Tekton. But not bad at all for that set. That's a nice set. 16-piece set. It was like $76. You can't beat that with a stick. Pushing back brake calipers. I'd get something like that, or at least a C-clamp. You're going to need those, guys. Extensions. You are going to need extensions, no doubt. And that was a good set. I did a review on those. I'll leave a link in the description for those too. These are the wobble these are the Wobble Plus. Either go on straight, like a regular extension, or like a wobble. That's a nice complete set. You got 1/2 inch 3/8 and 1/4 inch drive. That's a very nice set at a good price. Now, you don't really necessarily need these. You can use a coat hanger or something, but these are only like $10, guys. They were made by Archon. That's to hang your caliper when you're working on your calipers, so you don't put a lot of pressure on the hose and do damage to it. For $10, I recommend you get something like that. You'll use them all the time. Brakes are something you're going to do the rest of your life. The rest of your life, you always got brake jobs. That's one of the things you're going to do the most, probably. You need a good pliers set, guys. These happen to be Tekton. Get yourself a 4 or 5 piece pliers set. You need cutters. You need like a channel lock, slip jointed pliers. I always call them channel locks, but channel lock's the name. And they're going to need the regular pliers. And I just dropped one. And some needle nose. You're going to need those. Multimeter. It's not really a hand tool per se, but get yourself one, guys, because these things are so handy. Even if you're a novice, it's not hard to figure out how to use them. They got more than one function. You know, you can do direct current or alternating current, but just for testing your battery. How much voltage does your battery got? Or to test your alternator when a car's running, see if it's putting out enough amps. You know, you gotta be around 14.5 amps when it's running. If it's not, you got a bad alternator. So this is good. This is a good test, guys. This is definitely a plus. And that one's Craftsman. You could buy any name. You could buy these for $20, but get one of them. Very handy. Battery cleaner terminal. That's the top mount mostly, but they still make top mounts, guys. Not as much, but boom, you still need that. You know, especially if you got toys, UTVs, 4-wheelers, 3-wheelers, stuff like that, tractors. There's still top mounts. Ratchets. You're going to need ratchets, guys. I recommend you buy a set, 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2 inch, all in the same set. That way, you'll save some money. You buy them separately, they're always more money. That happens to be Gear Wrench. It could be Capri, it could be Tekton. You know, get one with a good warranty. It could be Harbor Freight. You're going to need those. That's regular. Then I'd get at least one. I'd get at least one flex head, and I'd get a 3/8 drive, a long handle one. That thing will come in handy. You'll use that more than you think, guys, even when you're first starting out. Got to have one of them. Now, this is just my opinion, working on cars my whole life. Everybody's got their opinion, right? But this is just my opinion. Oh, God, we need one of these. Breaker bar. You got to have a breaker bar, guys. If you start breaking stuff loose with ratchets, regular ratchets or ratchet wrenches, you're going to start breaking stuff. You get it? Breaking? So I'll get a breaker bar. This one's got the comfort grip. This is around $20. I've had this one now for 10 years, and this thing works awesome. I got 4 or 5 breaker bars, but you're going to have one of you need one of those, guys. Make sure you get one of these. You live in a salt belt? Oh my God. Ball joint or tie rod pickle fork. You're going to need those, guys. Eventually, we'll be doing ball joints and tie rods. That one there's for ball joints. The only downside of these is they will wreck the boots usually when you. But if you're replacing a new ball joint or tie rod, what do you care? You're going to have a new boot with a new one. But if you're taking it apart and you got to reassemble it, like say you're just doing a wheel bearing, I wouldn't use that because then you're going to damage the boot and you'd have to buy a new boot. Now, I'm not saying you need these, but you're going to do a lot of oil changes. You might want to think about this. Gear Wrench, 7-piece magnetic oil drain plug set. There's a model number. I'll leave it in the description. It is 3870. These things are awesome. If you ever dropped a plug in your oil? Come on, guys, we've all done it. You use these on the end of this ratchet that comes with, and guess what? It sticks to it very, very well. You won't drop any more plugs in your oil. I know a guy that got burnt severely doing that. So that's a nice little set. I've done a review on them. Not a necessity, but definitely would be a smart purchase. You need lights, guys. You never got enough light. I'm not talking Bud Light. You know, you need lights. There's all kinds. I did a review on these. This is a 4-pack. There's all kinds of lights out there. All kinds. Do yourself a favor, pick up a few of those. You are going to need those, no doubt. Some drill bits. Get some quality drill bits. These are old Craftsman. I bought these a long time ago. You know, these are nice. Make sure you get a set of drill bits. You're always going to be drilling something out. Now, that's a cordless drill. You know, you can get away without buying the cordless, but eventually you're going to probably get into cordless because it's just they're so efficient and so fast, and they're a joy to use. And when you're outside, you don't need electricity. So a lot of you guys are going to be starting out. You're going to be in a dirt driveway with no garage. That's how I started. You might want to get a couple cordless tools. It's not a necessity, but it's definitely a smart purchase because it's going to go with you the rest of your life. If I was to have two, it'd be a drill. It'd be a drill in this. This is an impact, electric impact. Now this happens to be Milwaukee. You ain't gonna buy Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a good name. They are expensive, but if you're gonna start, why not start with something that's good? You know what I mean? But if I was gonna have two, it'd be the drill and it would be this, because you're gonna be taking off wheels all the time, guys. Wheels all the time. To inspect your brakes, whatever, your front end, you know, tie rods, ball joints, CV half shafts, sway bars, you name it, shocks. That would be a smart purchase. Expensive, but smart. Quarter-inch drive. I start out with metric first, and then add SAE, the regular chromes. These are the nice Hansen trays, but these will be your best friend as well. You're going to use them all the time. Deeps and shallows, start out with the metric, then go to the SAE. Trying to make it as fast as I can. And definitely 3/8 shallows and deeps. Start out with metric, then go to SAE. And last but not least here, you know, instead of buying a lot of impact grade sockets, because they get expensive, guys. Start out this way. This is made by Capri. I'll leave a link in the description below. These are flip sockets. There's two sizes in both of these. There's two. Both sides got a different size. So you got three sockets with 6 sizes: 21 and 7/8, 21 millimeter and 7/8, 13 16ths, 3/4, and 19 and 17 mil. This one you're going to use a lot, and it comes with a little extension. So that's a nice little set made by Capri. Possibly a couple spark plug sockets with the rubber boot or magnets inside. Well, that's about it. That's the basics, guys, to get you started. I don't know how much money is there. It's probably, I'm just going to guess, maybe $1,000. And you need that to start out with. As you get better and more confidence in your abilities, you'll be adding on. You're always going to be adding on. I still add on. All right, guys, that's it for today, and I had a request for this, so I did it. I always try to do requests. And next week sometime, if you're a subscriber and you comment in the video, you got a chance to win that beautiful Snap-on quarter-inch drive ratchet. It's like new, guys. It was used very little. You can tell by the grips. It's like brand new. All right, guys, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, and hopefully the guys that wanted to see this get to see it. All right, guys, take care.